Now, if you have literally just an internet connection and one or two social medias, it's likely you come across one or two of both of these memes. The first meme is two guys mining. One guy is mining towards diamonds, the other guy is mining away from it. And the premise here is that the guy who's mining towards the diamond is the gambler, and the guy who's walking away is the gambler that has quit. And the gambler at the top, the one who hasn't quit, is eventually going to hit the diamonds, whilst the guy who's quit is walking away from actual treasure. And the second meme is these guys, I think it's from the film Sopranos, you know, they're around a poker table and it's just smack bang in the middle statistic, 90% of gamblers quit before they win big. Now, does this statistic have any actual meaning to it, any value? Well, we're going to discuss that right in this video, and you're going to find out that no, it doesn't. It's completely made up. So this nonsense meme is just based on a typical belief by gamblers that just because something hasn't happened before that they're suddenly due something. This is called the gambler's fallacy, and it's typical. You see so many gamblers believe and adhere to this fallacy. You know, these gamblers believe that just because something hasn't happened before, i.e. a horse hasn't won for the past 5 races, suddenly they're due a win. It's this belief that the universe owes them something, that something is due. Now, this 90% mean statistic here is actually based on a satire news outlet called The Onion. We released an article in 2013 as follows: 83% of gamblers quit right before they would have hit the big one. Now, to those who read it at the time, this was obviously satirical, and it was just playing on the joke that exists within the gambler's fallacy. This article here attempts to, you know, make itself seem realistic by quoting a lead researcher, Dr. Richard Howe, from the University of Chicago, Dr. James Gordon here, another fake professor. These two professors released a quote as follows: "What gamblers need to realize is that statistically speaking, their fear of going bust is ludicrous and absurd, and they really need to just go for it, and go for it hard." I'm talking all in here. Now, from reading that alone, you can just tell this is just nonsense to make fun of people who actually believe in the gambler's fallacy. But due to the absurd nature of this claim, 83% of gamblers quitting before they win big, it was so likely to go viral. And I know what you're thinking, why does it say 83% here, yet most of the memes we know now is 90%? Well, if we increase the percentage from 83 to 90, 90% looks even more absurd, even more ludicrous, and it's far more memorable. If you read a different section of the article, we see here, these people were not only quitters, they were downright fools. Statistics repeatedly showed that if they had just reached into their wallets one more time, these men and women would have been set for life, with more than enough money to pay down debts, create trust funds for their children, and retire from jobs. It's a meme now, but to many people this is a reality. They genuinely believe that if they keep going, they'll eventually hit those diamonds. Yeah, the meme that we see going viral now, that has gone viral for like the past 3 or 4 years, is just a parody, a continuation of a meme article that was made in 2013, just playing on a common belief, a common fallacy that gamblers commit to. In reality, those 90% who have quit have stopped themselves from losing more money. They're the winners. They're the ones who get those diamonds, their own diamonds that they've earned. They get to keep it now because they're not continuing to gamble. Now, if you ever hear anyone talking about, them winning big, well, what they're not telling you is the amount of money they've lost in order to win that big amount of money. The guy who continues to mine, he's hiding all that money he's already lost, whilst the guy at the bottom, he's going to start saving money now. The business model of gambling companies is to ensure that the more you gamble, the more you will lose. They take a 6, 7, 8, 10% edge of everything you bet. Eventually that ends up in their pockets. No matter how much you win or lose in the day, in the year, the 10 years, or your lifetime, it's likely you're going to be giving away however much edge they have over you. That's not to say that the quote is completely useless, okay? Because there are a ton of gamblers who need to continue in order to start making money. Now, these are professional gamblers, advantage players, those who are mathematically minded. These people are able to know at what point their bet is profitable, at what point they're supposed to be making money. It's likely they'll have a few ups and downs before they reach a constant profit. So these people are genuinely the people who have diamonds waiting for them, and all they have to do is just keep going. But the average recreational person, guy down in Vegas, the guy in the sports book, alright, that doesn't apply to him. He's the one that should ideally quit. He's the one that doesn't really have treasure waiting for him, and if he does, he's one of the very, very, very few. But yeah, with that being said, this statistic is totally made up. It has no truth to it, and it's just a meme, a parody, people making fun of gamblers and their stupid fallacies. I want to see a video where someone talks about, genuinely making money from sports betting, then check out my earlier video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe, and hopefully we can discuss more fallacies and more gambling memes.